Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to take this nail and turn it into one of those hyper realistic nails. I actually had cracked it, so I figured it would be a perfect time to show you guys how to do that trend. I've already prepped my nail, so we're gonna go straight in with Young Nails Protein Bond. Okay, and I'm just putting it in the middle and letting it fan out to the edges, and I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna take Gelish foundation, and what I love about this, I've used this for years, but look at how tiny that brush is. You can really scrub that base coat in. So unload your brush, a little bit too much on. Go back and forth, and then I like to push back to the cuticle, come around the side. And if you notice, I'm kind of letting my brush fan out. And I chopped off the rest of my nail because I wanted to show essentially what it was like from ground zero. Okay, and going to cure that. Personally, I think sculpting your nails is going to give you a better, moving my stuff all over the place. What I was saying is I think sculpting your nails is gonna give you a better outlook. So I'm going to release the sides of the form, and what that is gonna do is when you come in and you bend it, these are now released from your form. We can slide it under. You may have to adjust the cut here depending on your nail. We're gonna slide it in. Okay. There we go. We are super flat under there and straight out. I'm gonna take Light Elegance's natural fiber. You can mix your own. I am just not gonna reinvent the wheel. I mean, this is something I use all the time. This I think is my second or third jar. It's just my absolute favorite. Again, you can take regular builder gel, add white and a little bit of brown to make it more of a natural color. But again, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. And if you're a non-pro, you can take Liz's crap. If you're a non-pro, you can take Liz's class from the Nail Hub and you can buy this. I'm gonna flip my nail this way. I'm doing my non-dominant hand, so you're gonna have to excuse the odd positioning. So I like to just place the bead at the bottom here, and that kind of unloads the brush, just like how we did with that builder gel at the beginning. And I'm moving it sideways, coming down, and moving it sideways again, like so. And now I'm just gonna kind of, you know, fluff it out a little bit. If you've been with me, you guys know I like to take it down the sides, so I file it up. Meaning I'm gonna not make the shape perfect, I'm gonna make it more square. Okay, wiping off my brush here, I'm going to try to eliminate the extra that is over the clear part of the nail bed. Now you got to be super careful with this because that's the place it is attached. So if you're wiping all of this off and you don't have anything that's really keeping it attached, it potentially could just snap off when you file. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. I flash cured that for 15 seconds. I'm just doing a quick pinch, nothing too crazy, just a quick one. We're gonna release the form by pinching and pulling. Now I'm not going to file this just yet. I'm gonna do a small thin layer of builder gel over the entire thing. I'm just going to take a builder in a bottle. You can take a potted gel. You can also take, I have the Beatles one, so this is absolutely doable with the Beatles one as well, but I'm just taking the Jimmy gel because I'm trying to use this guy up. So what I'm doing essentially is a slip layer because I don't want to file the extension without having more gel on my natural nail. Okay, I'm gonna cure that. Alright, that is fully cured, so I'm gonna wipe off the inhibition layer, aka the tacky layer, and we are going to file this in shape before we build it out. Alright, so this is what we are working with, and I am going to go ahead and actually give this a proper fill, because that is not it. No, that is not it. So let's actually build this up for a proper structure now that I got the base. I find working the base is the most important for me because it reduces my filing when I have a lot of builder gel on. I'm going to do a slip layer again. And you want to be super careful with this because you have to think anytime gel touches your skin, it is going to create a, what's the word I'm looking for? Gel goes with gel, so you want to be super careful not to touch your skin. I'm letting gel run down the brush here and applying our bigger bead, and I have my hand pointed down, or I should say finger in this case, pointed down because I want the gel to work with me, not against me. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Okay. And then we are going to pull it over the edge. Oh, there's a little bubble in there. Okay, and then flip it upside down. And what that is gonna do is gonna have the gel come back to center. We're gonna file again. Here we go. I am going to take a glossy top coat. Again, this is personal preference, so you can take whatever you want. I think matte might look a little bit more natural, but again, personal preference here. Here you go, after some well-needed cuticle oil. I love this look and I wear it quite often. Those are mostly my natural nails. Obviously you can see I still have some pink in there and it's pretty close to a natural nail. A little bit brighter, but you know what? If you have really nice, bright, healthy hands, plus it's thicker. So the natural nail is super thin in general, but when you're building that up, it is going to be significantly thicker. And if you want it to even be probably more natural, you could do like a super, super, super thin layer. But I think, you know, I like to have a little bit thicker on that edge. And I don't mean thickness in the nail. So you can see my apex. I like to wear it back there and then have that little arch. Because it's not too bad. That's more of a European look to it, but overall, this is probably one of my favorite looks and I have done it for years. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.